don't know about you, but I used to be the type of girl that used to hide myself away, play small, and just fear putting myself out there because I didn't want to be judged. I grew up in an environment where I lived in the white suburbs. I was the darkest one in my class. The last thing I wanted was to stick out. And when I started to really have this urge to become a creator, even with me having the fear of putting myself out there, and I just want to let you know in this video today, I'm going to talk exactly about that and how to navigate fear as a creator or aspiring content creator. You really want to get to that next level. You really want to put yourself out there in a different way, but there's something internally holding you back. I promise you this video is going to help because I started social media. I literally didn't even show my face. I was so scared. And then one day I decided, okay, I'm going to post my face, but not talk to the camera. And then I took the other step and I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead. And now I'm going to talk to the camera. And it was so hard and awkward and weird at first. But as I started doing the reps, it started coming so easily to me. So I'm going to talk about the basic mindset shifts that I went through that can help you as well. So first, let's start from where does self-doubt even come from? And the truth is society wants us to play small. Society wants us not to be the odd one out. If you think about it, in school, right? It's called school, but it should be called indoctrination because they just literally train you to become an employee and think certain thoughts. Hey, if you don't get good grades, then you're not a smart person. You're not going to make it in life. If you don't get the test answers right, sit in line, sit down and work. Like that is what it's teaching you. It's not teaching you to have individual freedom and also individual thinking. With that, you have to understand that there's a lot of things that you have to unlearn when it comes to your limiting beliefs. It's not your fault that you have these limiting beliefs. It might have come from school. It might have come from your parents, but it is your responsibility to get rid of them if you want to become a successful content creator. So you have to understand that process. And what most people struggle with is comparison. They see that, oh, but this creator's doing this creator's doing it so well, they edit so well, their videos so well, their camera quality so well. Like mine's not like that. I can't go on and be my full thing. Like if I had $1 for every single time that somebody told me that I'm not ready, I don't have the time, I don't have the equipment to start my brand, like I would be a billionaire right now. Like that seems to be people's main excuse. And I would say to that, everyone started from somewhere. Okay. And some of your best creators, if you look down to their first videos, they didn't freaking have this professional setup and have everything figured out because it's about the journey. Get obsessed with the journey as a creator. Get obsessed with learning. Get obsessed with trying new things and experimenting. Comparing yourself to other people, you can do that all day, every day. But at the end of the day, do you want to use other people as your torture or as your teacher? I love seeing other people that are doing great things, amazing content, aesthetic content, beautiful content, making moves, getting the views, getting likes. I love seeing that because it gives me an opportunity to be a student and see, hey, what can I learn from this? Instead of making this emotional torture, emotional damage, literally let's make it a teaching moment for myself so that I can get better. And guys, some of the best content that I've made has been from inspiration from other people. No idea under the sun is original. Zero, zilch. It's just about, hey, what do I like from this person? What do I like from this person? What do I like from this person? And twisting it to be your own. If things are already working, why try to reinvent the wheel? I've heard of this book called Steal Like an Artist, and it is on my TBR list. I'm definitely going to read it. Just basically talking about how no idea under the sun is original. So it's about, instead of comparing, use that person and the person you're comparing yourself to as a teacher instead of torture. But not only is comparison the reason of self-doubt, but also negative habits. Negative habits is basically like thinking that you need to take huge steps to get started. You just need to at least post a thread. Like I literally tell people in my group, if you can post a YouTube video, I want you to commit to posting on a low barrier to entry platform like Threads, where you just type on a keyboard, which you probably already text people every single day, and commit to posting that every single day. A habit, and when you do a habit, it is a vote towards the person that you want to become. When you repeat actions, that shows who you are as a person. When you start doing habits that are opposing to who you want to become, such as a content creator, then every time you procrastinate it, every single time you fear it, every single time you avoid it, every single time you compare yourself and not take action, you are putting a vote towards yourself that is opposing to your content creator goals. When you start saying, hey, okay, when I have an idea, I'm going to execute on it. When I learn something, I'm going to implement it right that second. When I have a video, I'm going to go ahead and put it on my story. I'm going to go ahead and engage with my comments. When you start doing those little things towards your goals, that is the person that you become. It's inevitable. If you were to make a house and you put a brick down every single day, you're building that dang house. That is what it's about. It's about putting down a brick day by day, getting 1% better, and putting a vote towards the person you want to become, which is that content creator. So now that we know where it all comes from, the self-doubt and all that stuff, now let's talk about how to not be paralyzed by fear. Because even though you get the self-doubt, but I have a little bit of fear. How do I deal with that? How do I not get so paralyzed by it? And I would say there is 2 ways. If you have fear, there are 2 ways that you can decrease your fear. To be honest, as a beginner, it probably won't ever go away. And for me, I still have fear when it comes to my content, but I work through it, and it's because of these 2 things. So if you have fears, you either have to increase your skill or increase your frequency, which is going to give you exposure therapy. So for example, if you fear putting out your first YouTube video out, you can go ahead and learn things so that you can gain more confidence with executing that certain goal and getting your YouTube video out there. For example, do you need to learn about thumbnails? Do you want to learn about editing a little bit? A lot of people can use this as an excuse to go into analysis paralysis and not do anything at all because they're doing research after research after research after research. Believe me, I've been there. Give yourself 30 minutes to increase your knowledge level so that you can walk in with more confidence. No more than that, because after that, you're just productively procrastinating. Maybe after you did your 30 minutes and you're still feeling a bit of fear, I highly encourage you to shift into the mindset that you need to increase your frequency and understand that exposure therapy is real. For example, I don't know if you ever seen the videos on like TikTok or Instagram where there's people that literally lay out in the middle of a busy street in New York. Like they just lay out there. And the reason why they do that is because of exposure therapy. If they don't find that embarrassing, then they won't find other situations embarrassing. People think it's embarrassing to go up to somebody and say, hey, nice to meet you. But imagine if you went on the side of the road in New York City and just laid out there. That's embarrassing to the max. All of a sudden, that shaking somebody's hand at a cafe isn't that embarrassing. It's the same thing for you. Expose yourself to the things that you fear. I fear talking to the camera. Expose yourself to it, even if it is by little pieces. For example, for people in my group, I have a group called Habitual Honeys where I basically help creators get on positive habits so that they can grow their platforms, their YouTube channels in a positive direction. And one thing that I teach people is that, hey, do 1% better. If you don't want to talk on camera yet, go ahead and at least show a B-roll shot of you working on your laptop and put some text on it. But then go ahead and work your way up it and make it a goal. But exercise that exposure therapy. And I actually just finished reading this book by Mel Robbins, and it was called The 5-Second Rule. So if you ever have fear really weigh you down and you know that you need to take action, you've been sitting on these goals for so long, count back 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I promise you, when you get to that 1, you get to the 1 of counting down, you're going to get up and take action. I highly recommend reading that book, but don't use it as a way to productively procrastinate. Make sure to go at your goals first and at least put in effort, even if it is 5 minutes of it. But this tool is going to help you a lot. If you feel an urge to do something, that is your intuition. I talk about feminine energy on this channel a lot. And one of the superpowers of feminine energy is intuition. Use that intuition to guide you and move you forward towards your goals. So whenever you have that urge, you have that push, I call it like a spiritual calling, something within you that God literally placed in you so that you can go ahead and execute it. Guys, we're on this earth all to do great things. And the reason why we have these urges, these spiritual nudges, is because we're meant to execute on them. Every single time we procrastinate them, not only do we decrease in confidence, but also we don't get towards our grand mission that God put us on earth to do. So implement things like the 5-second rule so that you can start taking action. If you have the nudge, okay, I think I need to film the video today. I need to film a talking head video today. Okay, today is the day that I show my face on camera. Okay, today is the day is that I go on TikTok live the first time. Okay, today is the day that I start my YouTube channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, take action. You can do that every single day through every single action, and it's going to help you so much. I know it's been helping me so much because when the times that I need that nudge, I don't have the motivation. I do not have it within me to get up and create. I use things like the 5-second rule. I use things like increase my skill level, and I do things such as exposure therapy so that I can go ahead and increase my confidence and remove fear and doubt from my content creation journey. And the third thing is create an environment that supports towards positive change. For example, for me, I have my group Habitual Honeys, and again, it's just to help creators develop positive habits so that they can positively grow their social media platforms and YouTube channels. And in there, we have weekly meetings, we have accountability, support, encouragement, and an amazing circle. And every single time I go into those meetings, I remove fear and doubt because we're sharing things that are helping each other, and therefore we are all elevating together. So if you're interested in something like that, make sure to check out the description below. I put the link right there. I would love to see you on the inside. I would love to have weekly meetings with you, and I would love to help be alongside the brand growth journey and be closer with you on that journey so that we can all elevate and just spread our positive message. So that's there for you, but also you can find friends and family that are out there that want to go ahead and do the same thing as you. Maybe that's building a brand, developing their business, whatever that is, being consistent, right? Sometimes it's not as easy to find those types of people, and that's why I made a group, but it's all very possible. So guys, I just want to let you know that self-doubt is going to be there at times. And sometimes it might not even go away, but it's about using your mind to empower positive action towards your goals. So I hope this video helped, and comment down below, what is the number one doubt that you have or fear that you have with coming on social media? And I would love to give my insight because I've been growing my brand for the past 5 years, and I want to make sure that I accelerate your guys' progress as fast as possible and not do the same mistakes I did. So I appreciate you guys for being here. I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, and turn post notifications on because I post videos on healthy habits, creativity, and femininity on this channel every single day. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.